That was clearly like her holding her own jacket up, right?
Yep, it was clearly her. That was what her plan in secret was. If I hold myself hostage, she's definitely doing this so she can make fake evidence.
I don't think it's fake evidence. I think she just wants to tell Apollo, like, watch his body language, check him out.
That's what we've been doing.
He's a freak. Safari. Tell me
Savari.
when.
Nice trick, Trucy. Trucy, that was an awesome trick.
You move quick, Apollo. Good show. Good show.
Trucy, you're okay. You can stop putting that voice on now. That was so beautiful. Pretending to be a hostage, it got me tearing up.
Don't cry, Apollo.
Good, those good for nothing gangsters. I knew I shouldn't have trusted that Asian Italian mafia guy. There's something you just don't do. I'm pressing charges.
Wait, just calm down, Apollo. Or else.
You know, that's not what I remember seeing in the courtroom.
Surprised? This is one of my best tricks. The amazing Mr. Hat.
Maybe you shouldn't show this off right in front of the courtroom. Where everyone
I
just saw.
I stored it in my panties. You look marvelous, darling.
No, I thought he was gonna sound like Kermit the Frog.
You look marvelous, darling. He's a big hit on the stage at the Wonder Bar. I should do Kermit. Yes, I'm a big hit. Well, what do you think? Did you like it?
You mean you? Trucy, there's some things you don't do. Awesome, it was pretty cool. And I'm pressing charges.
Apollo, now is not the time to be threatening me. It's you who should be threatened here. I just saved your stupid sorry ass.
Huh?
Remember what you said to Waukie's father yesterday? You promised you'd save his son.
But that testimony was rock solid. What are you suggesting I do?
Look, once the judge declares a verdict, it's all over. If I can use my talent to stop that from happening, I will.
Trucy, no more stage abductions, please.
I'm not talking about magic, Apollo. I know when the witness isn't confident. I can perceive what he's feeling. It might not mean anything, but it's all we got.
You can see what he's feeling?
Think back, Apollo. Think back to the times when there was a contradiction in his testimony. All the times. He was reading his stupid book.
Did we actually figure out the tell? Was it him reading the book?
I think it's him reading the book.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look. All the times of a contradiction. Bringing a book. We were paying attention, right? Well, I think I remember that, sure.
There were 2 times when he made statements he wasn't confident in. And each time, there was a contradiction. In his hand, he held, yes, a pistol. He was pointing at the man pulling the stand.
Oh, he was trying to recall it. Like he kept remembering it. And he was reading the book, okay? Next one.
Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. See, he reads the book always, like he's constantly doing it, but so not every time he does it is he lying, but when he's lying, he is reading the book.
But okay, we have to figure out how this one is different from his regular book.
I don't think there is a difference. It's just that when he's reading the book, you know, like, this is the ones I should pay attention to.
Okay. I also noticed, I don't
think
know if this
he
matters.
was reading the book when he said he was calling the police, or that he called them.
Okay.
You don't know if what matters.
I don't know if this matters, but he also raised his pinky when he was reading the book.
He said the man tossed aside a pistol. But it turned out he wasn't sure, and sure enough, there sure was a contradiction.
Well, that's true, but how does that help us?
Didn't you notice anything? Whenever he made a statement he wasn't confident in, he displayed a certain habit.
Is it when he rambles on for years? Is that the habit?
No, it's him reading the book.
Oh.
In his hand he held... Yes. Oh, sorry.
To recap.
In his hand he held a pistol.
Look, his pinky's raised, right? Was his pinky raised the few times he's telling the truth and reading a book?
I don't know.
Okay.
Did you see it? The very moment he said the word pistol, his fingers got all tense, and he fiddled the corner of the page on his book.
Did he actually do that? Oh. How am I supposed to fucking see that? That's like 2 frames.
Well, I could see it. How else do you think Daddy went 7 years without losing a game of poker?
Wow, you cheater.
I always sat next to Daddy during big matches. I could see what his opponents were feeling.
You mean that's how Mr. Right won all those games?
It's not cheating officially. I wasn't looking at their hands or anything. And it wasn't there all the time either. Daddy's quite good at poker, if I'm being honest, but not good enough to go undefeated that long.
Great, so he cheated, but what does that do for us? I don't believe this.
You have to listen to his testimony one more time. No, scratch that. You have to watch his testimony. Perceive the truth.
Can we finally get that mechanic now? Watch a testimony, perceive the truth? The only thing I'm perceiving is that I'm going to lose.
Not true.
What? What do you mean not true?
Look at my eager stance. Daddy said so. He said you have the power, Apollo.
Mr. Rice said that?
He perceived the power in you with his magnetama.
Watch the testimony, perceive the truth in. Is she serious? Yeah, it must be so easy for him. He has a magical item. Why do I have to do it the hard way?
Time's up. Sorry, I can't think of any other way out of this one, Apollo.
What was that you said before the trial started? The Rice not here today.
He said that his old foot injury was acting up. That's my flashback voice. Yes, he smiled when he said that he'd be fine, as long as you're there, Trucy.
Is this what he meant by us being fine? Well, matters aside, you did avoid one guilty verdict already today. Time to show this court what I'm made of. Get ready for justice! Let's do it.
Oh, Apollo.
You know, I'm starting to think I can do this. Thanks to the power of cheating.
I knew you could do it all along, thanks to the power of cheating. Oh, one more thing.
Yeah.
I forged this evidence if you want it. Try to cover for Mr. Hat the best you can, please. I just flew in from the coast, and boy are my arms tired.
Right.
Can you do a Kermit?
No, you definitely. I didn't expect you to be able to do a Kermit one too.
I don't think I can.
You did quite well. Hey, we're back. So she's fine. Court is now back in session. Right, we're fine. Ahem. I'd like to say to the young lady standing next to you, Mr. Justice.
Oh, you mean me?
Don't you have anything to report? Anything concerning the mysterious phantom in the silk top hat that you just happened to be wearing? Ah, right, him. Don't worry about him. I settled that. I stopped him with the power of justice. And cheating. You settled that?
I choked him with my steel cords.
Oh yeah, it was out of court settlement with my steel cords, right?
Perhaps Freulian would have us believe that it was nothing more than a passing dream. A fantastic illusion. Now you see it, now you don't. Am I right? I think he's onto me.
I wish we would stop being so cool.
Let us dispense with these niceties and get straight to the matter. What are your plans? Wait, no, that's the other guy. What are your plans for a gifted witness? I was like, is his name Clavier? Who the fuck was Clavier?
Right. The defense would like to request another cross-examination. But because I forgot to ask something. There was no issue with the witness's previous testimony. I will grant your request, however, but this court will not permit stalling for time. Understood, Your Honor.
Don't forget, Apollo. Perceive. Believe in the power of cheating. When he's unsure about something, he'll fiddle with his book.
Why would you say that out loud, Trucy? You stupid?
Oh, I'm already nervous. I don't have to read this again, right?
Okay.
It's the same thing.
Yep. Okay, so leave the scene in good conscience. Let's watch his fingers. Use my cell phone to call the
A
police.
cell phone is what he fucked the book for.
Two police arrests. 10 minutes later, I saw no one else. Sure, I qualified.
You don't
to
have
watch.
evidence. You don't have evidence contradiction though. He just know that was the weird one.
He's literally just gonna say, "I know you're lying about that," and then just wing it. I think that's his plan. I'm not sure I qualified to watch testimonies after all.
Focus, Apollo. Find his weak spot.
Focus. If only it was that easy. My ears hear what he says. My eyes sees his expression. Do I have to do something more? What other senses do I have?
Smell him. Oh, the power of lust. I forgot about this.
What's this? My bracelet? What?
Oh my god, it's the bracelet. He got a Magnetama bracelet when he was young.
I didn't even know he had a bracelet, period. What's going on? My bracelet feels different somehow.
I think Daddy was right. You can see it, can't you, Apollo? You're almost there. Find the weak spot in his testimony.
I know this sounds crazy, and this is really, really crazy. But my bracelet is trying to tell me something.
Where did he get the bracelet? He's always had it?
I don't know where he got the bracelet. I didn't even know he had a bracelet to begin with. All of a sudden, he just has a bracelet. Alright. Okay, simply leave the scene, good conscience.
Press. Ready to present bracelet.
So you called immediately after witnessing the murder? Please,
The police undoubtedly have a record of the call. Why not check with them? Wait, Apollo. This has to be it.
Wait, you mean his habit? You keep saying that he twitches
Why
his
so many
fingers.
fucking flashbacks? Don't forget Apollo.
He's not sure about something, blah blah blah. Fiddling with his book. I mean, you call that fiddling, but I just see him turning a page. I don't see fiddling.
He's fucking around with it, fingering it back and forth.
The only time he even had his book open was here. Which means this is the place to look for his habit. I don't know how I know, but I know.
Know what?
It's my bracelet. It's different somehow. I can feel it reacting to something about the witness.
Your bracelet?
Why is this appearing on top of my screen?
It's my magic.
I'm not sure I get this focus that you're talking about, Trucy. But I have a feeling that trusting my bracelet is the way to go. Okay, I just need to touch my bracelet with R as it reacts to his testimony.
Okay.
Whoa!
Lost.
What's going on?
Those luscious lips. I can hear his lies.
The way that he kisses the lips with his hands when he moves his hand up there, beautiful. You can see it in his face, expressed so clearly, it's filling my mind.
His beautiful Squidward nose.
I can see nothing else, hear nothing else. His beautiful Squidward, handsome Squidward face.
Apollo, are you okay?
Trucy, what's happening to me?
Why are your eyes red and shaking? This is what I meant by focusing.
Focusing.
In this state, you can see everything, Apollo. Everything the witness does.
That's great, but this is kind of freaking me out.
Just look for Mr. Stickler's twitch, his habit. You remember it, right?
Sure, when he says something he's not sure of, he fiddles with a page in the book, yes.
You got it. Right now, you're looking at his face.
Yeah.
Try looking at his little fingers. And your eyes are sort of bugging out. It's kind of scary.
I bet they are.
He's like, his eyes are like perfect circles, like he's staring with like as wide-eyed as you could possibly just at the guy. First, move your focus down to his hand.
His hand?
You know what to look for now, but you have to be looking at the right place.
She's right. I can only see his face like this. Time to try changing my viewpoint. Oh, I can just free roll? Look at that beautiful pinky.
Oh god, the pinky. His fucking shaky eye. Imagine this all in real time. Perfect. Now you're really ready.
Ready for what?
Ready to perceive the truth beyond the twitch.
Perceive?
Try listening to the witness talk as you focus. Then watch for his habit.
Right. You mean when he fiddles with the page?
That's right. That's your signal to look closer. Perceive with R. Find his weak spot, and I guarantee we'll be able to give him the royal flush.
Spoken like a true pokerhead's daughter.
I'm a magician, thank you very much.
So I have to pay attention to his words and his fingers.
Don't worry if you miss it. You can always try again. I think you have to hit R exactly when he does that motion, like when he touches the page.
Right, look how nervous twitch. Here comes justice.
There
Oh my
we
God.
go. I
Wow.
used myself. That is what you're looking for?
Wow.
Jesus fucking Christ, Trucy, you're nuts.
Well, I said it was I complained that it was 2 frames. Apparently, it was a natural thing that was happening. It was really fucking fast. So guys, ignore me going crazy for like 20 seconds. I saw it just now. I could see it. How are we supposed to look for this?
Just one eye that did it too. Like his right eye is doing that, and his left eye is normal.
Are you telling me we have to look for the most microscopic tell?
I hope you got fast reactions, Neng.
I can see it. What, Mr. Justice? Do you have something to say?
Oh, that's banging of desks. It's quite bad for my circulation, you know.
Mr. Stickler, allow me to ask you a simple question. Why did you fill with the page of your book just now? I don't know why we tell them their tales, so I don't get it. At the very moment you mentioned your cell phone.
What are you talking about?
I'm curious now about this cell phone of yours. Mind if I ask
He's just gonna straight up be like, can I see it?
Mind if I ask a few questions? Like, can I see it? What to ask? Can I see it? Mr. Stickler, please show me your cell phone. Show me, and you'll find out.
Well, I can't. I don't have it, you see.
You don't have it? Mr. Stickler? Is this your cell phone? Wouldn't it be a better idea to ask him to describe his cell phone so we can bait him into revealing it? Okay.
Pablo's new to this. Ow! Where did you get that? That's the phone from yesterday.
Look, a cell phone.
Someone dropped it beneath this tire. If the car moved, it would be crushed for sure.
I wonder if it belongs to the doctor here. How strange, Mr. Stickler.
Bah!
Can you explain why your cell phone is sitting here in my hand at this very moment? Well, wait a minute.
I could see his bracelet when he pointed.
Wait a minute. What is the meaning of this? This cell phone was found yesterday. In the Maractus Clinic garage. The Maractus? Why, that's where the victim lived.
That's impossible!
Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court, didn't you? If your cell phone is here, how could you have called the police?
It's true. I didn't have my cell phone that night. That's why it could be said I called the police from a public payphone.
A payphone? So you didn't call on your cell phone after all? Just where was this payphone located, Mr. Stickler?
Well, they indicated with a startling high degree of accuracy. It was right around here.
That's quite a ways from the park. But why did you lie? There can only be one reason. He didn't want the court to know he had lost his cell phone. Because it was found in the victim's garage.
Whoa, what are you saying?
Mr. Stickler, you broke into the Maractus Clinic garage on the night of the murder. This cell phone tells all.
But that's ridiculous. That makes it sound like I snuck into this fellow's garage to commit some crime. Yeah, what if every character committed a different crime? It wasn't all the same person.
That will be interesting.
As though I was trying to kill him.
Also, finally, we get to hear Apollo's theme. Well, Dr. Maractus was killed that night.
Yes, but no! This line of reasoning has to be against the rules! Yes, it's true. I lost my cell phone. But you can't prove that I lost it that night!
Well, Mr. Justice, if that cell phone was dropped the night of the murder, it does raise considerable suspicion as to a connection with the crime.
Now's your chance, Apollo. Connect Mr. Stickler to the crime.
Oh, he's already connected enough. I just have to prove it. Well, do I have a piece of evidence that can do the job? Can I prove the cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder?
Yeah,
Obviously we can. Of course I have evidence.
Oh, I like your swagger here, forehead. Hit it.
The court will now see this evidence, Mr. Justice. Hit it, as they say. The evidence that proves this cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder is... the mirror, right?
I thought it was the mirror. Or is there a cell phone beneath the car?
I think it's the mirror because... the mirror proves that the car was used.
Was driven that night, yeah.
That's a side view mirror?
All your momentum.
As it so happens, Dr. Maractus' car was in an accident that took place the night of the murder.
An accident?
An accident? I didn't lose my momentum. Screw you, Kevin. It happened a little after 9 p.m. just outside People Park, our murder scene. Dr. Maractus' car hit a pedestrian.
Oh. What are you trying to say?
From the absence of a mirror, it's clear that the car was parked after the accident. Which means it was parked there after 9 p.m. on the night of the murder. If your cell phone had been dropped before the car was parked in that garage, then it would have been crushed. After all, it was lying on the ground, right under the wheel. Ergo, Mr. Stickler, the only time you could have dropped this in that garage was after 9 p.m. the night of the murder of the park. Mr. Stickler, you know what this means? You did break into the victim's garage that night. This is most unexpected. Mr. Justice, are you named a witness as a suspect in the murder of Pal Maractus?
No, stop, this is too much. This can't be happening. Prosecutor, Gavin, say something. I suppose it is worth saying this. No connection has been found between Wesley Stickler and Pal Maractus. That is, other than this.
I believe our next testimony would be most revelatory. Is the witness prepared?
Yes, yes. Yeah, I bet every character did a different crime that night. Like Mr. Maractus stole the cart because he was annoying him. The cart guy probably was doing some crime, and that's why he wasn't there at his cart in the first place. The kid was probably the one that stole the panties, and then he got caught stealing panties. He threw them in the garbage can and then threatened the guy with a knife. His dad probably shot the guy. They all did different crimes that night, I bet.
That's an interesting story, though. I know that face. That's the face of guilt.
My bracelet told me so.
My bracelet told me so. Oh, you gonna cry?
Okay, watch for his subtle thumb and forefinger little pinch on the book.
Okay.
Oh, that night, yes. I went to the supermarket. I must have dropped my cell phone on the way back.
Oh, he's really panicking. Look at him. He's fingers all over the place.
And when I was walking through the park, I happened to witness the crime. I saw the killer, the victim stand. All clear as day. It was him. I saw the defendant at the scene.
Yes, but your cell phone was lying in the garage.
Yes, well, as you can see, my cell phone has a defect. It is given to rolling. It's quite a pain when you drop it alongside the road, you know.
Looks like a normal cell phone to me. In any case, Mr. Justice, the cross-examination, please. That's funny. My bracelet didn't react at all during that testimony.
His nervous habit must not be acting up. Probably because you pointed it out.
Yeah, maybe we should stop pointing out their tells. You know, truthfully, that's probably a bad idea.
I didn't sense anything either, actually. This might be the truth. Looks like you're on your own this time around.
Right, no problem. I hope here comes justice.
Yeah, so you use the tells when they're lying, and then you use evidence when it contradicts what their truth is, like the truth to them.
Oh, it's blacked out. That night, I went to a supermarket. Sure. So you went shopping, which means you were holding a grocery bag when you witnessed the murder taking place.
Well, yeah, of course. Incidentally, the prosecution has received no report of this domestic detail.
Just shitting on him. Mr. Stickler, can you explain yourself?
No. I mean, yes, I did go shopping, really. I walked around the supermarket, trying to get the free samples. It's, deeply spiritual time for me.
I'm sure the store clerk would disagree.
You think sampling free food counts as religion?
Well, do you, Kevin?
No. But in any case, ooh, he's doing the thing. That night, he didn't squeeze his fingers though. He's just turning pages.
Also, I can't even do the magnifying thing right now. Anyways,
I sampled to my heart's content, and was on my way back home. Yes.
let's draw cell phone on the way back. In the garage. That's when you passed in front of the miraculous clinic and somehow got inside and under the car and dropped your phone there?
It rolled away. Why, yes, that's correct. That was a pretty suspicious pause there.
Mr. Stickler, do you think you can be a bit more specific? Please show us the exact route you took on the night of the murder. Here, I even have a map of the area. I want you to map it out for us, live.
Look, here's the payphone you added. Oh, of course.
Oh, he's actually doing it. This bit that we're on. We're on a roll, baby.
Here, on the main road. On the way home from here. There takes me past the miraculous clinic. This is probably when I dropped my cell phone.
Into the garage, right.
Yet, woe is I walked on, unaware of my loss. And walked right into that fateful park.
Wait a second. God damn it, I want to see where the murder took place on this map. Damn, it's not showing me. Because if his route was what he said it was, right? Does that not change his point of view of what he claimed earlier?
No, it's right. Because he walked into the top right. The victim was like around the K, and the killer was around the other entrance. He shouted. Victim looks towards him, gets shot in the right temple.
No, but like, the defendant ran away in the opposite direction. He would have ran towards the mansion then, from that point of view. But it was very clearly.
Yeah, you're right.
It was very clearly established that he ran away from the mansion.
Oh, you're right. I think he was saying earlier that he came in through that entrance and he ran away. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Aha. I have no idea how to get to that point though, in terms of contradiction with this evidence, but I got that. I got that in my mind.
I guess we don't have an evidence for it.
Yep. When I was walking to the park, I happened into a crime. Oh, well, maybe this is where we do it. Which entrance did you enter the park from? It's like we just had a conversation on this.
Well, to be exact, the one on the right east. The same entrance our victim used.
Did you notice anything when you entered? Wheel marks from a noodle stand, for instance?
I have no recollection of such a thing. No. Yet, although I might have missed the tracks, I could not have missed what happened next. I am a keen observer of the obvious, you might say.
Solid kill of the victim's stand. All is clear as day. This part of the testimony is the key. I know it. Should I press him about the killer, the victim, or the newsstand? I mean, it should be both the killer and the victim that we press on, right?
What exactly was this testimony? I saw it all clear as day.
Everybody
Which one couldn't he have seen if he came in through the right entrance like he said he could? It would be the victim, right? Because the victim would be covered by the noodle stand and the killer would be looking right at his face.
Yes. So the victim?
Yeah, I'd say victim.
You can see the victim quite clearly too?
Oh, clear as clear can be, I assure you.
I see, so, how do you look?
How? How do you mean how? Be specific.
I mean in general. The defense will refrain to come up with questions. Find the question that lies in your heart and ask that.
Damn, we did that though.
Yes, Your Honor. Great. A judge who moonlights as a self-help guru. Wait a second. I saw the killer, the victim, the stand. Is it possible that it's the stand? So...
The stand is the killer.
So from this original story, this was the angle you saw the car from, right?
Yeah.
So you can tell it's a noodle cart. But
no,
if he's...
Yeah, in this story, it's in that this one, yeah. Story.
But in the new story, you'll be seeing this. Oh, it says noodle. Damn it, I had something good going on too.
Dude, how much money bet the real killer was in the stand?
You know? That's a good idea. It could be. Damn it, my theory. Okay, so... Let's question about the killer. Are you sure you remember the killer clearly?
How many times must I repeat myself? It was him, that unscrupulous fox-like fellow in the defendant's chair. He was looking even more unscrupulous at the time, no less.
He does look a bit like one of those tricks that foxes in legends of yore. Just the killer's identity is already old territory. Time to ask something new.
I think we wasted our time. It's the stand. We just don't know why it's the stand yet.
Do you happen to remember the noodle stand?
Quite well, yes. For a student of the sciences, keen observation and a healthy curiosity are vital. I I remember everything! I couldn't even read the sign. He couldn't have because it was backwards to him.
No. It's backwards from the front. It says noodles from the back. See, Aldoon from the front, but noodles from the back.
He's saying right now, that's not front and back, that's left and right. Turn it. Nope. Turn it. That's the part of the cart that he was getting drugged south. So now turn it to the right. Other right. This is the part that he would have seen if he was coming in from that entrance.
Okay. Well, I think he's saying he can read the sign, right? So whether he says
so
it's
he couldn't
Aldoon,
have read it because it was Eldoon.
whether he says it's Aldoon or whether he says it's Doodle will tell us clearly what angle he was seeing the cart from, I think.
Yep. Because the cart was facing north to south, with the part being dragged facing south.
Okay. Well, let's see what he says.
I believe it's a noodle. Yes, that was it. Objection!
Oh! For remember something. For remember something quite well, it sure took you a while to tell us. And thank you for telling us that a noodle stand sells noodles. Very enlightening. Well, Mr. Justice? What about that sign? Could that be important? Could it be? So the sign on the noodle stand says noodle. It appears the defense has just obtained a vital piece of testimony. Is this noodle stand's broth really that delicious? I know, it's very salty, Your Honor. You look at this face. That's the face you'll make when you're done eating this delicious broth.
I believe he said salty enough that 2 bulls could kill.
Yeah. I'll have to go sample the wares one of these days. I think that's worth adding to a testimony as well.
Huh. Whatever sort of noodles that stand sells, it can't be a match for the IVU's cafeteria. Some apply for a school simply to taste our smart noodles.
I wouldn't mind tasting that myself. New quote.
Present.
And you're absolutely sure the sign read noodle?
Why, just last week my professor offered me this praise. You read the word noodle quite well, and your spelling is immaculate. At least you have good eyesight, Stickler, I'll give you that. It read, without a doubt, N00DLE.
I see.
Why are you looking at me like that? Is that pity I see in your eyes?
Let's take a look at our map, shall we? So you're claiming that when you saw the sign you were standing right here, where the W is. Here, was it? Although, it would have been a bit hard to read the sign from this spot.
You think so?
Mr. Stickler, I'd like to please take another look at the stand. And to carefully read what the sign says. See, that sign actually states the name of the stand's owner. Eldoon.
Inconceivable! I'm certain it was definitely noodle, for sure, positive.
I'm afraid your professor was wrong about that eyesight, kid. I wouldn't be so quick to jump to that conclusion. The sign he saw changes everything. The witness says the sign says noodle.
And he saw it right.
He
I
saw
think
it
it
right.
got turned around.
What would you say if I told you that there is one spot from which the sign will be able to read the way Mr. Stickler claims.
What?
Mr. Justice, show us this spot. The witness actually viewed the stand from this location.
Behind the trees.
Or
the other entrance, I guess. Either. Yeah, so I would click on like the rock.
Okay. This rock. The witness was standing here on the opposite side. Huh, how do you know that? When viewed from the south, the sign says noodles backwards, as we know. However, observe the other side of the stand. Oh, the sign says Eldoon backwards. Exactly! The name of the stand is split between the front and back signs. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court. You witnessed the crime from the northern side of the park, not the south.
You got me. So what?
So what?
What does it matter if he saw the killing from the north or south side? It makes no difference at all. He's right. Travel farther to the south and it will end up going north. Viewed on a global scale, directions are utterly meaningless without meaning.
Actually, maybe he's right. What does it change?
The temple. It changes everything, Apollo.
Trucy?
Remember his testimony from before. Though, to be honest, I'm a little scared of where this is leading.
Oh, budget.
The killer and the victim are facing each other here. Then, at the moment the killer raises his weapon, Mr. Stickler shouts, "Rah!" At which point, the victim turns his head to look, gets shot in the right temple.
Oh, no blood effects.
That's why the bullet hit him in the right temple. No contradictions, right?
Right? But if Mr. Stickler was standing on the north side of the park, that reverses the whole scenario.
Completely. If Mr. Stickler shouts from where he is now, and the victim looks in his direction, the bullet would have to hit his left temple.
Oh! Ah!
In other words, someone standing at the point K couldn't shoot the victim in his right temple. It's impossible.
That's right!
So, now that we know that Mr. Stickler was standing on the north side, the wound location makes an entirely different meaning. Indeed, you're absolutely correct, Freulian.
What meaning?
The entry wound was on the right side of the victim's head, right? Well, the right side of the victim's head is north, where he was standing.
North? Huh. But that's where the witness, Wesley Stickler, was standing.
Correct. So, if he was standing to the north, then the only person here who could have shot the victim in the right temple is me. Was Mr. Stickler himself.
Order! Wow. This has gone crazy. She's flipped this whole case on its head while I was still figuring it out. Why am I even a lawyer? Why am I even here?
Oh. Clarify one thing for me, would ya, Air Forehead?
Why are you asking me? She's the one doing all the work. Ask her.
Are you truly accusing this college student of murder?
Well, I can't say he exactly looks innocent right now. But something still doesn't feel right. I just can't picture him as the real killer.
No, please, looks aside. I'm a really nice guy. All my friends say so. Me.
Let's hear what the defense has to say. What are you gonna do now, Justice? Should I really accuse Mrs. Stickler?
Accused of another crime.
Another crime? I think you were doing
Panty
something else.
theft.
You were doing some panty thefting. I don't think Wesley Stickler's a killer, but he's not innocent either.
Because he's right by the trash can.
His unusual silence tells me that much. Mr. Stickler, you seem unusually quiet for someone who likes to monologue a lot. Tell us why, now!
The word confession isn't in my dictionary. Actually, I bet he's the car thief. Tisk. Here, Forehead.
You think the panty thief is our fox boy?
I think he stole Trucy's panties, and then I think I'm not sure yet. But I think the other panties were used to wipe the fingerprints off. I'm afraid it falls on you to elucidate Air Stickler's silence.
Mr. Justice, you did say you were accusing the witness just now. For a crime other than murder? Your reason? The court's all ears. God, I know he's guilty of something, but what crime other than murder is there?
Why was he being dodgy about going grocery shopping?
Do I have evidence that shows his involvement in some other crimes?
Okay, standing next to the trash can, and his phone was by the car. I think he hit Phoenix.
Your evidence? The court's all eyes, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that points to the witness's involvement in a crime.
Fuck. Yeah, why were those panties stuffed in the muffler?
I think he did both.
Stole the panties and the car?
Yeah. What if
What do you want to pick, then?
What if he was stealing panties and then he saw the crime happen and then he stole the guy's car as a way to like get out of the area? You know? He stole he stole Miraculous's car just so he can bolt out of the area, hits Phoenix along the way, drives it back to the garage, and then drops his phone there as he's leaving.
You think you do think he stole the panties too, though?
Yes, he did steal the panties. The reason why he stole the panties too is because why else would he hide panties in the exhaust pipe? Is to get rid of the evidence that he did it. So I think he was stealing panties. I think he saw the crime happening and he just bolted because he was scared. And he just stole a car in the process. And then he tried to get rid of all the evidence that he was stealing panties.
So what do you want to pick? The panties or the car mirror?
Or the cell phone? Points to the witness's involvement in the crime.
I think it's the cell phone. Involvement in the crime? I might think cell phone. What do you think?
Points to the witness's involvement in a crime. Well, they said
because we didn't link him to the panties. We only have him on the cell phone. Yeah, but we didn't link that to him.
Is this the moment where we link it to him? Is this how we link it to him?
We don't have evidence that he was the one that stuck them in there. We do have evidence that his phone was with the car, though. Someone else could have stuck them in there, even if he was the one that drove the car.
Shows evidence that points to witnesses' involvement in a crime. I do think it's the panties, because this panties was found in the car exhaust pipe. This one was found at the park. There's a connection between that way. There's a connection between the park and the car now. And like you said, the trash can where he was hiding, which is where it was.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess the panties connect him to both spots.
Yeah, it's a connection to two locations, which is might be enough to get him.
Do Trucy's first, yeah.
Okay. The evidence is this beautiful stuff right here. What is that? Women's underwear?
Hey, those are mine! Don't you look at me like that!
Order, order, order! Mr. Stickler, while I can't say this comes as a shock,
He can't. It doesn't surprise him at all. That's not what it looks like! My theorem!
on the night of the murder, just past 9 p.m., a young girl catches a panty snatcher red-handed. Bravely, she gives chase, but the snatcher flees and hides himself in no other place than the Miraculous Clinic garage. Aha! Oh yeah, that's right. We also have Trucy's testimony from that night.
Yeah, that she chased him and he disappeared.
Incidentally, these panties were found in the exhaust pipe of the car there.
Why'd he steal them and then just stuff them in there?
I think, like I said, I think he was trying to, after seeing the murder, I think he was trying to wipe all evidence clean that he was out here.
I don't think he saw the murder yet. I think that he did this and then he went to the murder scene and then he saw it there.
No, that order can't be right because the car has to have hit Phoenix after this happened.
When did the car hit Phoenix in relation to the murder? Was it before?
I think. Oh, let's look at this.
We don't know.
9 p.m. Okay, so this happened before Phoenix got hit by a car. I think. I don't remember
This
what
happened
time.
before Phoenix got hit by a car?
I don't remember.
This had to have happened after Phoenix got hit by the car, because otherwise the car would have ran over the phone.
Yeah, you're right. So this is after.
So Phoenix must have got hit way before the murder happened.
Yeah. So Phoenix got hit, and then the panties stuff happened, and then the murder happened. Okay, we have a good timeline now. So presumably he was trying to hide the evidence of his crime. Ergo, while you may not be a murderer, you are guilty of panty snatching the first degree. Even worse.
Please, hear me out. It's not what it looks like.
Order! 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 Mr. Stickler, you should be ashamed.
It's not my... Seems.
And now his real side comes out. So are we to understand that you were silent not because you were guilty of murder, but because you lacked the courage to admit your theft of this girl's undergarments?
Perhaps you were not aware that my school's name was originally written IV. I stands for intellect. V stands for valiant. See?
Your point?
I'm not done. Now, I'm a major in the science department. And what does science teach if not curiosity? Yes, we of IVU Science Department are valiantly curious. No challenge is too daunting, and what greater challenge than the...
Come on! You're talking about girls' panties here!
No, you must not understand. A mystery is the unknown, and the unknown is unacceptable. My friends, when it comes to mysteries, those panties are the promised land. From the moment I first laid eyes on them, I was compelled to investigate for science. Me. A full-size car tire was only the first mystery those panties revealed. He was wondering how the fuck the panties are bigger on the inside.
They were what?
The panties are bigger on the inside, remember? Because she, like, pulls shit out of them.
Oh. A tire?
Yes, I saw her do it. She pulled a tire out of those panties. He's trying to make it seem like he's not a perv, but then you're just going to be able to hit him with the other panties, right?
Yep.
But that's not all. First, there was a tire, then a stew pot, and a frozen chicken. One mystery after another. It was magic. Me. Oh, I remember now. He's one of the regulars in the audience at the Wonder Bar.
Damn, it's kind of so messed up, Trucy. It's kind of messed up. Huh? You know, it's kind of messed up. It's kind of messed up, Trucy. He's a fan. He's a stalker.
He's talking about my magic panties trick. I just don't understand. Me. A broom from a pair of panties, it mocks the very laws of physics. Me.
A broom and a frozen chicken, Trucy? Really? Whatever happened to doves and bunny rabbits? What about the classics?
I'm sick of the cliches.
But Mr. Stickler, you stole this girl's panties to understand the science of a magic trick?
You say panties, but they're so much more than that. They're excellent car deodorizers. For me, they are an object of serious study. Me. I wonder. There has been a recent rash of panty snatchings in the area. Were they all you? I am so sorry, but I did it for science. Each time I spied a pair flapping in the wind, this is the pair that will elucidate every little cum drained from my white snake. Perhaps this is the night I will squeeze the tasty little morsels that live inside the panties.
Still, that leaves one thing unexplained.
You refer to our witness's other lie then, yes? The witness claimed he saw the crime from the south, but was in fact in the north.
Indeed. Would anyone care to explain why he lied about that?
Be my guest, Air Forehead.
Me? Why would he lie about? Why would he lie about that?
Because he doesn't want us to find the other panties.
Oh, yeah.
Did I not hear you correctly? Did you not say that you would not accuse the witness of murder?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Why then, did the witness lie about his location at the time of the shooting? Or have you no idea? Apollo, there's something about the way this diagram is arranged right now. When you think about it, right near where Mr. Stickler is standing, isn't there a blooming little plum?
Well, Mr. Justice, what say you? Do you have any evidence to show why the witness lied about his location? The evidence that shows why he lied is this. What? More panties?
How many panties are you carrying in your pocket, Hair Forehead?
These are the last, honest. I don't have anywhere near as much as he does. Maybe Trucy does, though. These were found in a trash can in the park. Looking at the diagram. Very suspicious. We can see that the trash goes right next to where the witness stood. Mr. Stickler, you didn't.
Alas, I'm a failure as a scientist. I can't unravel the mysteries of the universe. I can't even unravel a pair of panties.
So, these panties are your handiwork as well.
So that night, I've been chased, hounded into the Maractus Clinic garage. Weeping in frustration, I was forced to abandon my prize. Don't you see how I felt?
But believe me, I'd rather not.
I hid in the garage for a short while. Then, abandoning the panties, I made for home. To avoid the office where the girl works, I went towards the south entrance. When I saw them hanging there, on a clothesline by a giant mansion, what huge things could I fit in these panties?
Apparently, you didn't know the bloomers belonged to the mob.
I had them safe in my pocket, ready to take home. Me. When I stumbled upon a murder.
The murder of Dr. Maractus.
I reported what I had seen, but as I waited for the police to arrive, I got scared. What if they searched me?
That's when you dispose of the bloomers?
Yes, it was a severe blow to the progress of science, but one that had to be borne.
A fascinating, if disturbing, tale. I believe this brings today's proceedings to a close, and I'm more than pleased to dismiss this witness for the remainder of the trial.
Whoops, wrong button. One last thing.
Yes, Prosecutor Gavin.
Regardless of where we ended today, some vital points were made. Namely, that the defendant, Waki Kitaki, was at the scene of the crime. And he was pointing a weapon at the victim. One more thing. Waki Kitaki has a clear motive.
Indeed, the defendant Waki Kitaki is still the prime suspect in this case. The only suspect, in fact, assuming there was no one else on the scene at the time. Yet, a mystery remains. The location of the wound in the victim's right temple has yet to be explained. The court requests further investigation from both the defense and prosecution.
Ja, baby.
No problem, baby. Very well, this brings the trial of the day to a close. Court is adjourned.